Hi friends, today we are working on chapter 10, lesson 2. This is on page 717 and we will also be working on page 718. Today we are working with cones and cylinders, and as you can see, I've drawn both shapes. This is a cone, this is a cylinder. But before we do anything, let's read the teacher directions. So please follow along with me. Use cones and cylinders. Compare and describe the shapes. Trace one face of each shape. Explain what you notice about the faces of the cone and cylinder. So here I have the cone. So let's look at the cone. And just to let you know, cones and cylinders are also three-dimensional shapes. Okay? And this cone has only one face, and I want you to look at the face section of the cone. What shape does it look like? It kind of looks round, right? So it's kind of like a circle face. Now, if we look at the cylinder, it has a face on the bottom as well. Does the cylinder's face look similar to the cone's face? Do you think they kind of have the similar type of face as a cone? Yes, right? It also makes sort of like a circle around the face of the cylinder, as well as the cone's face. So the cone, I want you guys to think about if you play a sport, for example, maybe you play soccer or softball, right? And you have cones around the places where you need to run. Those cones are this shape, right? Also think about the ice cream that we eat. Sometimes we get ice cream on cones. Well, the cone is also a similar shape of this one, right? Or the same. So cones have one vertex, and that's that corner up here. Okay? Right here. I even labeled it for you. It's right here. It says vertex. And cylinders have no points, right? Because the top is a circle. So guess what? Cylinders have no vertices. Okay? So I want you to take a close look at the cones and the cylinders and describe a little bit of the things that you notice that are alike between one and the other, and what are a couple differences that you see between the cone and the cylinder. Okay, so take a minute, talk to your parent, brother, sister, whoever is next to you, or you can also write down what you see. Okay, so it's a good way to say what you notice from both shapes. Okay, so once we've done that, we're going to turn the page, and we are going to do page 718. So please follow along as I read to you. Cones and cylinders are two more types of three-dimensional shapes. Both shapes have at least one face. Only cones have a vertex. Remember, the vertex is that very top pointy part of the cone. And that's the only shape that has only one vertex. Cylinders have 0, okay? So here is the face, right? The bottom part. Here is the face of the cylinder. So the cone has one face. The cone has one face, and it has one vertex. Now look at this, or actually both cylinders, right? This is also a face. I forgot to write that here. Sorry. This is also a face. So cylinders have two faces. Cones only have one face. Whoops, I completely skipped that one. Sorry. So again, cylinders have two faces. So think about like an ice cream tub when you buy one from the grocery store. The lid is one face, and then the bottom part of the ice cream tub would be the other face of that cylinder. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and go back. So here we have the cylinder. And so this cylinder has one face, two faces. Cylinders have two faces, and they have 0 vertices. Okay, so let's repeat that together. A cone has one face and one vertex. A cylinder has two faces and 0 vertices. Good job. Okay, number 1, let's read the instructions. Identify each shape, circle the name, write the number of faces and vertices. So here we have a cylinder, right? So which one is it? Is it this one? This one says cone. This one says cylinder. So I'm going to circle cylinder. And they want me to tell them how many faces a cylinder has. Well, let's count them. Remember, there's one face on the bottom, and then there's a second face on the top. So a cylinder has 2 faces and 0 vertices. 0 vertices. Number 2, what shape is this? This is a green cone. A green cone. And they want us to tell them how many faces does the green cone have. It only has 1 face, right? So I'm going to write a 1. And where is the vertex? Does this shape have a vertex? Yes, it is right here. It only has 1. So a cone has 1 face and 1 vertex. Great job, friends. I will see you next time.